To me, honor is the courage to make the right decision.
When I think of honor, I think of immediately character.
It's really being true to yourself more so than to others, because, you know, I guess to be an honest person, you have to be honest to yourself.
Because that's when it's most important, when people aren't watching you to see how you respond to things, but how you do on your own.
And that's the true test of honor, is how you perform on your own. I mean, if you don't cheat when you're on your own, that's when it's easiest to cheat. And if you're truly honorable, then you won't cheat when you're on your own.
Doing the right thing. Sometimes when you're tempted not to do the right thing.
But life, for whatever reason, will put you in a tough situation, and it's at that point when you have to ask yourself, am I going to do the right thing? And to me, that's what honor is all about.
But this is a statement of values. It's an unwillingness to compromise that I think is really, really hard to find.
The founders of Memphis University School made it their mission not only to create a school of the highest academic caliber, but also to instill an ethic of honorable conduct in the young men attending MUS. Their model was a system created by students at the University of Virginia. Soon, MUS students had embraced the honor system so fully that they began to administer it themselves, and MUS became one of the first preparatory schools in the nation where students had total responsibility for their own honor system. That's still the way it works today. Hello, I'm Ellis Haguewood, Headmaster at Memphis University School. After more than 30 years as a teacher and administrator, I value our honor system more than any other MUS tradition. We are committed to the honor system, and we expect everyone at MUS to abide by it and support it. So whether you're a new student or whether you've been around a while, it's very important that you understand what the honor system is and how it works today.
Every single time that I've talked to someone about the honor system, I've always got a very positive reaction. People have just been, almost amazed at the fact that, students can leave their bags in the hallways, that they don't have to put locks on their lockers, that, they can take tests without without fearing, other students looking on their tests.
There's a sense of comfort with the honor system. You can walk down the hallways and see so many book bags, so many after-school sports bags in the halls, lacrosse sticks just leaning up against lockers. And that's just, it offers a sense of comfort for me.
At one time, somebody asked me, that goes to a public school, where do I keep my tennis bag? And I just told him, I just sort of throw it down in the hallways. And he was just awestruck. He was just completely like, oh, are you serious? And he goes, well, if I left my bag for about 2 minutes outside of the hallways, it would be stolen just like that. And he was just amazed that we have that kind of trust here.
The idea of wondering whether my calculator is safe out in my locker shouldn't cross my mind if I'm taking a history test, and it doesn't.
I've been in classes where the teacher's given us a take-home math test, for instance, and said, don't use any outside materials and take this test in 1 hour exactly. And the teacher can trust that everyone won't use their book and will stop after an hour. And that to me is a real strong example of what the honor system is and how it makes the students act.
And it brings to the community a sense of responsibility. Everybody holds each other accountable for their actions.
And so when you have that sense of security, you feel a lot freer. And you feel a lot more comfortable, and you can worry about more important stuff.
An honor code means that a boy's word is his bond. His yes means yes, his no means no. He respects the property of others, and he does his own work. Not only must he not lie, cheat, or steal himself, he must not tolerate the dishonest acts of others.
We expect you as a student to tell the truth in all cases, even when it's painful. We expect you to respect the property of others. And we expect you to do your work and to accept the responsibilities and consequences if you don't.
There are nuances to all of those, but that's the core. I will not lie, I will not cheat, and I will not steal.
A lie means that you do not tell the truth. You are creating a false image.
Cheating means taking credit for work that you didn't do in any number of ways, whether that's from copying, plagiarizing, or just simply asking somebody for an answer.
Cheating is one of the harder Honor Council offenses to define, but some examples of cheating would be copying off your neighbor's paper, plagiarizing a report, which would be, finding a source on the internet and copying directly from it without giving credit to the author, forging a note, signing your parents' signature or signing Miss Hirsch's signature or something like that. All of those would constitute cheating.
And of course, stealing means that you are taking property that does not belong to you without permission to do so.
But MUS is, sort of spoils you in that you don't know whether or not the college you go to is going to have the same sort of agreement. It's like an insurance policy to say that the grades you get are fair and nobody's going to copy off you and you don't have to worry about stuff. I mean, stuff's not important at MUS. We come here to learn.
The honor system is always in effect, anywhere, at all times, on the campus of Memphis University School. It's in effect at any school-sponsored activity, on campus or off campus.
Whether your teacher asks you to sign a pledge on a particular paper or quiz or test, if you don't sign it, it doesn't matter. You're still under the honor code here at MUS. It's in effect all the time when you're a student.
The honor system is not a game to be played. Miswriting the pledge, leaving the pledge off, misspelling neither and received in the pledge does not exonerate one. One is still bound by the spirit of honor. In fact, we've had cases in the past that have resulted in convictions where a student was actually convicted because he violated the spirit of the honor system. He attempted to cheat even though he actually did not get the answer that he wanted. He made the effort to get the answer he wanted, and that violated the trust among students in the classroom.
The fact that the Honor Council is run by the students, I think, is probably the greatest aspect of it. Because I think if it was run by the administration or, enforced by the administration, then that would kind of take out the aspect that the students hold other students accountable for their actions.
Because especially if it's going to be so crucial to everything that we do here, the swift hand of the Honor Council, you want there to be some guys on there. And this is a council of students, of people you pass in the hall, and that's really important.
So the fact that it's run by students shows that it's not something that the faculty or administration is forcing, the students to do. I mean, it's student run. The students want it. The students enjoy it. They like it, and so they keep it up.
If the honor system were run by faculty or administration, it would lose its power. The power of it is that these students are asked to take great responsibility and to think about their actions, to judge their peers. That's a very difficult thing.
A decision made by a panel of your peers is, I think, much more instructive, much more telling than some decision imposed upon the student by adults.
The Honor Council, once they are made aware of a violation, they investigate that. They call in the person who's been accused. They give them the opportunity to answer the charges, to explain from their side of the story what has transpired. They look at any evidence that may be presented before them. They talk to witnesses if there is someone who has seen something. And then they weigh all of that, they make a decision. If a young man has been found innocent of the charges, then that's the end of the story.
I always emphasize with boys who have been convicted by the Honor Council that we don't think of this as some kind of a black mark against them. It's just something that happened that they need to learn from and do better in their thought process, really, the next time around.
While painful as that first violation may be and the penalty that may be assigned, we hope that they will learn from that and it will help them make better choices and better judgments in the future.
If the accused is convicted, he will be suspended from school. Other sanctions could be imposed, but a second conviction may result in expulsion.
If a boy proves by his dishonest acts that he cannot live within the community of trust that we're trying to build and encourage here at MUS, then we have to ask him to leave for the good of the community.
Well, it's hard to see someone off, but at the same time, the honor system seeks to preserve the community of trust at MUS, and if one person isn't doing his part or is showing repeated signs of breaking the honor code, that affects the community, that affects everyone.
I think when a student gets expelled, the other students know that since the trial and everything was run by the students, they know that all the other students, that the council was there to make the right decision, that their peers were there to make the right decision, and that they're making the community better as a result of that decision.
As an administrator, and my support for that group of young men who've been given that task, I don't think we have much option and much choice when they recommend expulsion. It is something that we take very seriously. Their work, they're the ones who heard the case, they investigated it, they made the decision, and we uphold what they do.
When the word gets around that someone's been kicked out for an honor council offense, it's really kind of an eye-opener to the students, and just kind of reminds them that this honor council business is for real.
But it's nice to know that if there's somebody for whom lying, cheating, or stealing is intentional or malicious, then he won't be here very long.
But the procedures are always fair, they're always carefully calculated, and they always preserve the dignity of the proceedings, the confidentiality of the proceedings, and the fairness of the outcome.
My advice to incoming students would be, don't be afraid of the honor system. It's not something to fear. Embrace it, be a part of it, trust yourself to be a part of it. The honor system is something that will give you a great sense of freedom during your time here at MUS, and will help make the experience that you have here at MUS a much better one.
It's a way of life. It's something, it changes the way you see the world, the way you see others, the way you see yourself. So as a parent, thinking about our own children that could come here, I thought this would be the greatest gift we could give them, to put them into a community of trust and let them learn how wonderful it is to be able to trust each other.
I feel like my sons have taken a sense of integrity and honor with them that'll follow them through their lives.
I honestly believe that that the lessons we learned from the Honor Council at MUS and the importance that the Honor Council played in our experience here makes MUS a school for a lifetime.
We, the students and faculty at Memphis University School, hereby pledge our full support to the honor system.
Each year at fall convocation, you will repeat the oath confirming your commitment to the honor system. And your signature in the Honor Code book will serve as tangible evidence of your pledge. Because we can't possibly cover every detail of the honor system in this short film, please be sure to read the U-book or talk to an Honor Council representative if you have any questions or concerns. Your very presence here means that you have accepted the challenge of living within and supporting the honor system. And I am confident that by the time you graduate from MUS, you will be proud of the values that the honor system teaches. Remember, MUS is a community with very special standards of conduct which we are committed to upholding. And the honor system is the most cherished and important of MUS traditions. The honor system works, but only with your support. So do your part to preserve, defend, and protect it, and to leave it intact for future generations of MUS students.
Dear